Welcome. I'm Storyman Mark Cater, and this is Senior Moves, the Art of Aging Gracefully, and I'm your host as always. And today we're going to do some movement patterns on the floor, right? Shifting our weight, getting you ready to be more confident as you move through life, you know, because we want to keep those legs strong. So we're going to do some squats, work on some lunges, and some straddle squats, as well as the footwork, right? So take your shoes off. If you can't take your shoes off, of course, keep those shoes on, but try to take your shoes off, right? So we've already done some movement with your feet. In a previous video, I taught you some exercises. We're actually going to go through those as we do this, right? So let's go ahead and just start lifting one heel up and down off the floor. And point your foot a little bit. Try to work through the toes. So it's the action in the foot. Like I can pick my foot up and not even use my foot, right? I'm just using my hip flexor. But see if you can push with your toes, push with your toes, push with your toes, right? So we're trying to get that sense of connection through the arches in your feet. Strengthen those feet, right? You want your feet to be strong like your hands are, right? And then see if you can just shift your weight back and forth, back and forth. So there's a moment where both heels are off the floor. So you're keeping the weight toward the front of your foot. And that's what you want to learn how to do, not walk around on your heels, right? Good, let's just do a couple more times. Good, and then just go into a regular, nice, easy walk. Again, trying not to clomp your feet down, but try to articulate through your foot a little bit more. That's why barefooted makes such a big difference. That's it. Let's go really slow now. Picking the foot up. Ba, ba, dee, dee, ba, ba, dee, dee, ba, ba, dee, dee. And then let's take a little bit of walking forward. So just notice how you shift your weight and try to use your toe, right? It's almost like you're trying to sneak up on somebody. And we're just going to turn around and sneak up. Yeah, I'm going to sneak up on my chair here. Remember, you can always have your chair handy in case you need it. Remember, you can always do this against the wall if you really have trouble with your balance. You just let your hand drag across a wall or a table. Good. Let's do it one more time. Toe, toe, shh. I'm going to get that silly wabbit. Yes. And good. Now, backwards. And the backwards is really the scary part for a lot of people, right? So just take your time. Step back and back. Again, you can use your hand for stability on something. Back, toes, toes. Let's turn around. When you're ready, and back, 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 back. All right, so we're doing it a little slow. And you may keep the slow part the entire practice today. Otherwise, let's go ahead, just pick up the tempo a little bit, work through your feet. I'm gonna walk toward the camera and back. And we're just gonna start working into a foot pattern here, right? So what we're gonna do is walk forward, good, and then walk back. Doesn't matter what foot you're using to lead with, and I'm gonna talk about that right now. So let's come back to that center spot. So when I'm giving cues, I'm talking about a lead leg. Right now, my right leg, I'm using my right leg as my lead leg. So if I was to count, I'd start with one with my right foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's it. So now we're gonna also tap the foot. So we've been walking now, so we're just gonna take the weight onto your left foot and just tap the right foot. Take it to the right foot, tap the left foot. And you can, again, go very slow, or if you want, you can add a little funk into it and tap that foot. Oh, yeah. That's it. So we're going to do work into a little pattern here of walking to the front and tapping the foot, right? So if we take 3 steps forward, 1, 2, 3, tap left, then the left foot, left, right, left, tap right, and right, left, right, tap left, and left, right, left, tap right, and right, left, right, tap left. We're just going to do this just a couple more times. tapping right, ho, and right, and left, right, and tap. Now the left leg leads when you go back. Do, 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 do. Tap one more time, right, left, and tap left, and back, 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 and good. All right, so we were using the right leg to go forward. Let's pause, shake out your legs if you need to. And now we're going to start with the left leg, right? So lift that left heel up and down, right? And let's start to shift the weight. Shift to the right, tap left, tap right, tap left, tap right. Oh yeah. You get funky any way you like. Oh yeah, just tap it out. You can go to your disco. Remember, some of you I'm sure were discoing back. How many of you had that suit, that leisure suit like John Travolta? And good. Now the left leg leads to the front. So we're going to go left, right, left, tap right. Now right leg leads, right, left, right, tap left. Again, left, right, left, tap, ho-ho, and right, left. So just shifting that weight. You may be going very small in space, and tap, and then the right, left, right. You may take big steps. Bah, 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 and tap. Oh yeah, and back, 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 back. All right, good. Nicely done. So we're shifting, tapping. Yes. So as we're tapping now, see if you can take a little bigger step off to the side. And think of setting your toes and toe ball heel down first. Again, you may keep this very small, just shifting the weight. And then let's step the right foot forward and just tap the left. So we're just doing variations on a theme here. Again, you can take a big step, or just keep it nice and small. How does the weight move, right? And you're moving from your center. So you're trying to go forward from here, not leaving your butt out. We're not trucking. Okay? And then let's pause, and now let's take the left foot. Tapping. That's it. All right, let's walk it out. Now let's practice the balance a little bit. If you want, have your chair handy, because we're going to pick up the right foot and just point and flex your foot. And circle your foot. Circle the other way. And then inversion and eversion, working both sides of the ankle. And shake it out. You can see the foot just kind of flops at the bottom there. And good. And picking the other foot up. Point and flex. Circle. Circle the other way. And inversion and eversion. And shake it out. All right, let's go back to walking. Now, can you pick your arms up? Just like walking. So we're going to see if you can elevate your feet a little higher, right? So it's up, 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 up. So the hands now can come up eye height maybe. The knees may come up as high as your waist. And then take everything low. And let's just, again, pick the knees higher. Just going to elevate your heart rate. And now let's reach the arms over the head. That's it. 4, 3, 2, and let everything come down. So once again, we're kind of using our right leg. Pause. Left. Picking the knees up. That's it. And knees come down. Now, as we're going through today's workout, balance workout, if you need a drink of water at any time, take a break, right? Okay, so we're going to just stop the movement, let the heart rate slow down a little bit, and let's just add the arms. Just reach up and let the arms come down. So walking is actually, in and of itself, a good warm-up. Now, we've worked on spinal suppleness, right? Spinal stability. And let's take it up. And then you can roll down your spine now. The arms can go to the side. Your hands, if you remember, if you need to, you can use your hands hands right onto your legs. And you may not go very far as you bend your knees. You kind of squat and then come all the way up and reach up and take it all the way down and bring it up and down. One more time. And take it all the way down to the bottom now. And kind of hang out there with the legs bent. If you feel you need to, because of back issues, to even have your hands on your thighs, you can certainly do that. But notice, do you have your head up? See if you can relax it all. And shake out your head and shoulders. And then roll all the way up the spine. Let the arms reach up. Lace your fingers together. Put your palms on the ceiling. And let's take a twist, right? So we're going to do twist two ways. The first way, I'm letting my hips go, right? They've gone off to the side. Go the other direction. Now the second way, though, try not to move your hips. So as I go to the right, I'm pressing the right hip forward a little bit. And then center, and then I'm reaching my left hip forward a little bit as I twist against it. So the pelvis stays neutral as I differentiate along my spine, one vertebrae at a time, and then come center, palms forward, open the heart, and let's take an arm up and stretch over to the side. Weight is distributed on both feet, and then switch, other side. Again, weight is distributed on both feet, and one more time, and good. Both arms up, palms forward, open the heart, roll back down the spine, shake out the head and shoulders again, and roll all the way back up the spine. Good, now we're going to do some squats. Remember, when you do squats, you want to keep your head up. Your feet are about hip width apart. They could be a little wider. In general, there may be some turnout here, but you can also do the legs parallel. All right, so from here, as you squat, if you're unsure, you can always bring your hands right on your thighs and just take it where you can. So you're not bending your legs part way and letting your body drop, right? So it's down to here and then up to here. So let's add, as you squat down, bring your hands to your chest, and then as you come up, reach the hands down by your side, and you can even push back and reach up through the hip joints, and you might even look up here a little bit. So taking it down and up. Again, you can go as fast as you want. Inhaling here, exhaling here. You can speed it up if you like. That's 4, 3, and one more. And rest and shake it out. Good. Let's put one foot forward and one foot back. We're just going to stretch a little bit, bending the knees, hands to the thigh. And then, can you extend your front leg? You may extend both legs. You may take your hands further down. You may just be up here because of lack of flexibility. Is the weight distributed on both feet? Right? You want to feel the whole foot spread out. You're trying not to grip the floor with your toes. And then lift through flat back. Again, the hands could be on your thigh. Come all the way up. So we were just doing a squat from here. Push the arms back. Take a nice inhale. And give a little bit of a back bend here. So you come up over the top of that back hip and then come center. And let's switch the other foot in front. Again, the back leg can be turned out some, the front leg straight ahead. Once again, we're going to carry it forward. You can bend your knees, you can bring your hands to your thigh first, and then can you straighten your front leg? Can you straighten your back leg by simply lifting into your hips, right? So all I'm doing is lifting into my hips. And then you may be done. Maybe you're going further forward. By lifting into your hip joint allows you to go forward. And good. And again, you can walk your hands up. You may simply lift the chest, reach with the top of your head, bring the pelvis underneath as you come up. And once again, you can reach with your hands to the back and open up the chest here. And give a little bit of stretch into that back hip flexor area. And then come center. And good. Let's set up for lunges. Now here you may need a chair. Lunges are very important to be able to do, right? They really provide lots of strength in the legs, and there's lots of variations on them. First of all, if you're using a chair, and if you've never done lunges before, I would recommend that you do that. You're going to take the leg away from the chair behind you. Now, how big of a step depends on you. You can take a big step for a nice deep lunge here, or maybe you're going to be shallower, right? And the idea is to keep the weight over your hips. As you bend, you have to let you see my back foot, ankle, knee, and hip. Front foot. Now here you want to connect your heel, not the front of the foot, though the front of the foot is connected, but it's the heel to the butt here. We're just going to take it down and up. And you can go however fast or slow you want. And again, you can play with the depth, right? So even if you're in close, and this is a good thing to do too, you can take it down where your knee can even touch the floor. But the key here is, notice my head stays over my hips. A common issue is people going like this when they lunge, and that's what you want to prevent. Because you think you're going low, but you're not. Low is here. All right, let's switch and face the other way. Again, how big of a step do you want to take? How deep a lunge do you want to take? Down and up. Connect to your breath. Now, you may wonder, why aren't I using music? Well, there's a couple reasons. One is copyright laws. All the good music, can't really do that. But what I suggest is you pick your favorite kind of music and play it for yourself. Pick something moderate in speed. Funky music is good. Medium tempo rock and roll. If you know what beats per minute are, 120, 130 beats per minute is good, maybe 110. And last one, and rest. Good, now let's release. So we're going to do a leg swing, which we've done before. You can have your hand on your chair. So we're just going to let the leg relax now. That's it. One more time, and switch your face the other way. Once again, if you're doing the swings right, you want to see, can you relax your foot? So you might even hear my foot kind of massaging the floor a little bit. Again, you don't have to use your hand on anything. And set it down. Now we're going to take a little moment of balance. We've done this issue where you pick the foot off the floor and you try to bring the knee into your chest. You may continue to hold the chair. Otherwise, simply pick the right knee up, or you can do your left. Opposite hand to knee, same hand on shin or ankle, and then set it down. So we're just alternating sides. Again, here's that weight shift. So we were step touching, but now as you shift, the knee comes up. We're not holding a long time, and you may not be able to have hand to foot, or hand to knee there, right, but it's underneath. And by touching, you have to engage your shoulders a little bit. Good. Let's do one more on each side. And rest. All right, so we're going to do one more leg thing here. We're going to take the legs wider apart. So straddle squat, think of riding a big horse or an elephant maybe, camel, where you have to stretch those legs out. Now you're turned out. So we're trying to work the external rotation in your legs. How much? How much can you do? Right? That's what you have to figure out for yourself. So there's a little bit of turnout here. The knees should go out over your toes, so you're not falling inward. And the other thing is to, as you bend your legs, it's not a squat, so you're not sticking your butt out, right? So if you can only go to here, turning out your legs, that's all you do, rather than trying to force it, right? So let's just do a few straddle squats here. And down, and squeeze on the way up. Exhale down, inhale, draw those heels toward each other. The other reason I don't use music is I want you to hear your breath too, right? Sometimes when you got the music going, you can't quite hear it, right? Right? So now we're switching the breath. Inhale on the way down. Exhale, squeeze on the way up. Because you can do the breath either way. The important thing is that you're breathing. And one way, you really focus on this contraction here. Like doing a bicep, right? Except you're working up in your glutes. Inhale. Use the breath to float the chest so you stay forward. Let's add some arms. We did these arms already. Just take the arms up over the head. Now, inhale up. So you can see the inhale supports the arms coming up. Just a couple more. One more time. And stay at the bottom. Just give a little pulse. Take your hand in front, other hand. And just ride your horse. Yeehaw. Just a couple more times here. You may hear the storm outside my windows as I'm recording today. And hold at the bottom. Are your quads burning? Do you feel like the pelvis is underneath? Let's do one more thing here. Pick one heel up, the other heel up. Right, so you're trying to press through the ball of the foot and all those toes. And then switch, lift the toes off the floor. Engaging your shin. 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it out. Bring it in. And shake it out. All right. Lace your hands together behind your back. You may use a towel here between your hands or a strap. The heels of your hands may be apart. They may be together. Reach through your elbows, those inner elbows, so you're trying to bring that inner elbow around, which we practiced already. And let your shoulders open. Feet parallel. We're going to take a forward bend here. Let's start with a lift, inhaling up, and then carry it out and over. Again, you may find that you need to bend your knees. It takes pressure off your back because you're not quite ready to have your legs straight. You'll get there. And then reverse. Again, reach with the top of your head. The pelvis comes underneath. Let the arms release, reach up, palms forward, and open the heart. Just pause here for a second. Kind of squeeze the shoulder blades, open up the shoulders, right? And then let the arms come down. Hands on your knees, round and sway your back. times. Reach up, palms forward. One more time. Open the heart and bring the hands down. And that's going to be enough for today, I think. So you can practice this. You can watch the tape more than once. Shifting your weight. You can work on it when you're in the grocery store, right? You're walking out to the car. Are you walking forward on the fronts of your feet, or are you clomping along back here? Do you feel when you walk you're very careful, which you may need to be because maybe you have dizzy spells or you've fallen before? Even if you have a walker though, or a cane, get the weight a little bit forward toward the front of your foot. And when you put the foot down, it's toward the toe ball and the heel rather than heel first. Yeah? All right, well, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed your session. And so I'm Storyman Mark Cater. This has been Senior Moves, the Art of Aging Gracefully. And if you like it, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, so you don't miss an episode. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Namaste. Ta-ta.